Ah, another fun day at work. Hey, I was just clicking a picture for the Insta account of Vartalap with Abhi. You know how important it is to create a strong digital presence for your brand, right? I hope you guys are following me on Insta, by the way. Speaking of a strong digital presence for your brand, you know who can help you create one? A good digital marketer. In this episode of Vartalap with Abhi, I spoke to Dhiraj Merani, a seasoned digital marketer with over 25 years of experience in the field of digital marketing. He's the founder and CEO of Digital Mojo, a leading branding and digital marketing agency in Hyderabad. And boy, was I impressed. This guy has a lot of digital marketing mojo. This Vartalap with him was truly a masterclass in digital marketing. So, ladies, gentlemen, and non binary folks, presenting a session on DM, by DM, from DM. What does that mean? Well, watch the episode and find out. Dhiraj, welcome to my show. Thank you so much for agreeing to this interview.
Thanks, Abhinav. Appreciate it.
And we're really excited to learn about your journey in digital marketing and get insights from you about digital marketing.
Sure, Abhinav.
So let's get started. And of course, we'd also like to know about Digital Mojo, your labor of love, the agency that you've set up.
Right.
Here in Hyderabad.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about your childhood and your schooling. Where did you do your schooling? Where were you born? Where did you grow up? Where did you do your schooling?
So when I was born and raised in Hyderabad, went to a school called Dhiraj Public School in Hyderabad, and then post that I did my grad in India, and then I moved for my masters to the US.
Okay.
Before that, I had a couple of years of work experience. We'll get to that in the later stage.
Sure.
And I went for my masters in marketing.
Okay.
I went to Johnson and Wales University in Rhode Island in US.
Okay.
Post coming back, I did a course and I'm alumni of IIM Kashipur, wherein I did a course in branding and marketing. So that was my education journey.
So you were a student of marketing throughout?
Throughout, yes.
So after your high school, when you passed out of Neeraj Public School, you went into...
I did my 11th and 12th in St. George's Grammar. After that, I did my bachelor's. It was in commerce.
Okay.
And then from there, I went for my master's to the US. And
right.
Before that, I did a few more marketing courses. I did one is from PG Diploma in Marketing from Bharati Vidya Bhavan.
Okay.
Another PG Diploma in Marketing from Symbiosis, Pune. It was a long distance course. But the craving for marketing was so high that went even to IIM and also to the US to learn marketing. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right.
So you started as a business analyst.
Started as a business analyst.
Okay.
Parallelly, what happened in digital realm was there was this company based out of Hyderabad called as Ivy Comtech, which is into playing poker.
Okay.
It was a poker platform, and I became an affiliate with them. So I used to get them players in the US, and I used to go into the university, distribute CDs out there, and got players for them. Right, and we were paid pretty well. For each player, we were paid like about $350 a player.
Wow.
Right. Then came to scale this up. I purchased like 50 domain names and started learning about digital marketing over there. There was a time as 22, 23-year-old. We were making about like 20-25 lakh rupees a month in INR, and that was crazy money for that time when you're 23, 22-year-old.
Wow.
We were getting them players online, and it was a $1 billion company, and we were just affiliate marketers with them. We would get them poker players, and that's where the digital marketing stint started.
Okay.
I had come down for a holiday to India to learn digital marketing over here because I knew back in the day there were no institutes out here.
Right.
Went to Ameerpet, knocked on all the doors of these institutes out there. Nobody knew about digital marketing. Caught hold of some guy in Ahmedabad, and he charged, I don't even remember how much was it for back in the day, but maybe 5,000-10,000 rupees, which is big money back then.
Right.
And he taught online over the phone the SEO practices, what need to be done over there. This continued for a couple of years. Unfortunately, due to some legal laws in the US that were passed, I remember the date also. It was, I don't remember the year, but I remember the date was the 30th September, which coincides with my birthday.
Okay.
It was, a bill was passed in the US that, online poker is illegal for them. So everything came to a standstill one day that, you cannot promote poker. Party poker cannot run their game in US market because it's banned right now. So that's where it came to a sudden stop. Yeah.
Okay. So what happened after that?
The stint continued. You learned a few things. We started affiliate marketing for various other platforms, be it pharmacy, medicines, and relative industries to poker. So it continued for a bit, but the kind of money that was there in this particular industry, it wasn't that big, and we had to again start from the scratch. So. Right. Yeah, and a lot of things happen in the US wherein affiliate marketing is great when you are doing it for products which are of high demand, right? And US started putting in sanctions on that time and after, and then market evolved. Google search evolved. It got difficult to get the rankings with the changing algorithms. Email marketing started going a lot into spams and all of it, so the dynamics of the industry changed, and affiliate marketing was not as fruitful as it was when we have seen. When you have seen something over here, right, then it takes time for you to.
It couldn't match up.
It couldn't match up, right? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I continued to work in the States for a couple of years more, about 2.5 years.
Right.
And then,
you were still into affiliate marketing then?
Yes, I was. It was not as big as it was back in the day.
Of course.
But parallelly we were working on it.
And what were you working on? What job did you have then when you were doing affiliate marketing?
I was working as a business analyst.
Sure.
And parallelly, I worked with this company, Centel, and I used to work as a business development manager with it. So always it was around
marketing and sales.
Yeah, marketing
as a business development manager.
Yes.
For Centel, and you were doing affiliate marketing.
We were working with clients like American Express. We onboarded them for Centel. And then we work with John Hancock, Price. This was based out of Toronto, Canada. So it was a different experience, yeah. And it had good money in it. It's not that it's bad money.
Sure. But that was not your calling.
Yeah, I mean, there's a learning, there's international exposure. You meet different people, you meet different cultures out there. Right. So it was good. Yeah, the way it was.
Brilliant. So then, when did you move back to India, and what did you do after coming back to India?
I moved back to India around 2010, if I believe, somewhere around that.
Okay.
And after that, it was it was almost like 2010, 2011, somewhere around that. It was almost a decade that I was in the US. So did not have much of a local network out here because all your friends are long lost. Right. So I had to build it from the scratch, consulted with a couple of companies, and just understanding the Indian market, understanding the Indian dynamics, tried a few things here or there. I actually even started my own venture, which failed. Okay. I had started something called as Dhoom Games.
Okay.
Dhoom Games was into poker.
Okay.
We were building our own poker platform, wherein we were going to get players and just wanted to be another party poker for Indian market.
Right. Online.
Yeah, it's online, right? So again, I'm a great marketeer. I understand digital marketing. Development is something which is not
your forte.
My forte.
Okay.
So partnered with a couple of people. We raised investments for it. We got into legal trouble in it with Yashraj Films.
Okay.
Because I own the name, the domain name dhoomgames.com. But the Dhoom is with
them. Yeah, they have the
franchise of it, right?
Right.
So it just went back and forth, but it's you can't fight with a gorilla, so that's where it was. But yeah, I mean, I was ready to sell the domain name, but they were threatening to go legal, so it was back in the day. But anyways, we just gave up the domain name.
Right.
And the whole point was we could market. Marketing is one thing. Building a product is something which is different skill altogether, and learned hard way that building products is not our skill, marketing them is what we are best at. So
brilliant.
It was a learning.
Right.
So did that. Then that's when we were building Dhoom Games, Digital Mojo started as a resource sharing, because even the school of thought that we come from, initially it was bootstrapped and then we raised an investor for it. We did not want to burn investors' money on just resources. So Digital Mojo started as a side hustle because X amount of hours in a day they would be working for Dhoom games, and the remaining hours the resources could contribute to external client services, and the revenue that comes in from there would suffice the the Dhoom games. Then post that I enrolled into this program called as digitalmarketeer.com. Okay. Spent good about like $15,000 to $18,000 in doing about like 8 to 9 courses, be it in performance marketing, be it in content strategy, be it in there were 8 different verticals, and certified into all of it, and that's where it happened. Parallelly, I also joined IIM Kashipur, wherein I did a course on branding and digital marketing just for some good credentials, and obviously there's always a learning, and there's always a learning. So
absolutely,
yeah.
So you've done quite a few courses, and I think that gave you a lot of insight into digital marketing.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
I mean, quite a few actually.
Over
a long period of time. We're talking from 2007.
I still do it. Like as of today, also like last night, I was sitting. I was doing a program. So there's never an end to a learning in this.
Absolutely, and I think it resonates with me because I remember when I was graduating on the day of my graduation, the guest speaker, who we'd invited for a convocation, said something, and it stayed with me, which is always keep your learning hat on.
Absolutely.
And I can clearly see that over these years. That's the one thing that you haven't done is stop learning.
Right.
Okay, so I think that's something that's a big takeaway for all of us is keep your learning hat on and continue learning.
Yes.
Right. So you started Digital Mojo. It was a side hustle when you started it.
Yes.
You were doing social media marketing for the few clients.
Right.
How did you get into this full time?
So circumstances got us into it, wherein one thing I learned the hard way is choose your life partner and choose your business partner are equally serious concerns. So wherein I partnered with a developer and development company based out of Chennai. Things didn't work out. They had their vision. We had our vision. So things fell apart parallelly. There were some legal consequences in India if you launched the game in Telangana. So we had to open up an office in West Bengal for it because poker is considered as a game of skill in West Bengal.
Okay.
So there were too much of logistics and all of that stuff back in the day. And there was some fall off with the dev team. So things came to a standstill, plus the gaming, we could rename the platform from Dhoom Games to something else, but we had to go back to the drawing board, and multiple things fell apart, and by the time we had something in Digital Mojo, so we started focusing full time on Digital Mojo, and that's where the digital marketing happened.
That's how you got into it full time.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Right.
So I would like to know your vision. How did you come up with this name Digital Mojo, and what is the vision? What's your vision for Digital Mojo?
So the name it's very personal to me because that's my personal branding happening over there. The way it works is when I introduce myself, this is DM Dhiraj Merani, into DM digital marketing, from DM Digital Mojo. So when a person remembers Dhiraj, whether they remember Digital Mojo, whether they remember onto digital marketing or not, that DM sticks with them, and that's what personal branding is all about. So
awesome.
When I introduce myself, I've had people calling me, "Hey DM, how are you?" So it works in my favor.
That's the thought that came to my mind. I said I'm going to save his number as DM now.
Right.
So that's really fascinating.
Right.
So DM, by DM, for DM.
For DM, right.
Brilliant. So now, when you started out, you said you were a team of just 4 people.
Yes.
It was a side hustle.
It was a side.
So today, how many people do you have in your team? Can you tell us a little bit, and what roles have you appointed people for in your team?
Sure. So for now, we are a team of 55 plus.
Okay.
And we are in pipeline of hiring at least like 30 people more.
Wow.
So that's where we are. And the roles that are divided are, we are divided into, one is the account management team, then is the performance team, and then comes the SEO team, and then the design team and the development team. So these are the prime 5 verticals, and of course the business development team. So these are the 6 verticals that we are split into.
Okay, we'll talk about all of these 6 verticals. So when I say Digital Mojo, if I am a potential client, what services can I expect from you? What does Digital Mojo do?
We have a vision of doubling the revenue of 500 businesses in the next 3 years.
Okay.
So that's a big vision that we have, but that's where we are headed. Like you come to us, like so there are three kinds of digital marketing agencies.
Okay.
One is the kind of an agency that just would do your social media postings and whatever they charge, and that's what it is.
Okay.
Second kind of an agency is the one who would do the PPC, who would do the ads for you, who would make the social media for you and all of it, right?
Okay.
So they are more of executors for you.
Okay.
Where we come from, we are your growth partners. Like we do not engage with clients if they are not open to tell us what their current revenue is or what their expected revenue is.
Okay.
We work as your growth partners.
Brilliant.
So the strategies come from us, and the execution also is taken care by us.
Okay. So can I say you do 360-degree work?
So it depends on client to client, platform to platform, business to business.
Based on their
Requirements, yes. So certain businesses do require a 360-degree approach versus the certain businesses would just require, if it's a B2B client who's into manufacturing, would not need an Instagram.
Sure.
They would need more of email marketing, they would need more of search engine optimization, they would need more of a strategy wherein they get visitors to the website and the journey just begins over there.
Okay.
How to nurture the lead and convert them into customers is also where we come into picture over there.
Yeah. But you do all of it?
All of it, yes.
Excellent. And that's quite a vision to
Yes.
help, you're empowering businesses by helping them grow.
Exactly, yeah.
Brilliant. So I want to know what your USP is. There's so many digital marketing agencies out there in the market, in Hyderabad, in India, all over the world.
Right.
What is your differentiator? What does Mojo do differently? Can you tell us?
One, we are completely AI driven now.
Okay.
That is, it's not even a USP, it's the need of the hour.
Sure.
Right, we are shedding bricks because of it. The AI, so we have to get AI enabled over here completely, which we already are.
Okay.
That's one thing. Second thing is, like I mentioned earlier, we are your growth partners over here. We have a retention, and then we also have a plus with the client, and this is only after we have given them the desired result. So that's a USP. We do not work as an agency. Okay, this is our retention, this is what our services are going to be, we have given you this and this is what we charge. Yes, that's one school of thought. The other school of thought is, hey, what did you make out of it? And we make sure that you're making that out of it, right? So that's where our USP comes into play.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So we are your growth hackers.
Absolutely.
That's our USP. Yeah.
Clear vision that you have.
At times we have taken up clients who do not have a very high retention, but they have a vision.
Right.
We have also come across clients, in the best interest I would not name them, who have there are mega brands out there, but they do not have a vision for digital, and we do not work with them.
Right.
We cannot be your posting agency, or we cannot be your just a social media agency or agency just running ads for you. We have to be involved in your goal. So that we can work together. So we were very choosy about our clients also that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite curious that if they don't have a vision, because today we are talking about a time when you cannot exist with the kind of competition that is happening. A brand cannot exist without creating a strong digital presence.
Right.
And if you don't have a vision about your digital presence and your growth digitally, how does one expect to survive in a market
So
like
what
this?
happens over here is we get a few clients, we've worked with a few clients who are like, you need to put in money to see the results come in.
Sure.
Okay. There is ad spend, there's media buy in it. We have to buy media from Google, from Meta and a few other platforms.
Right.
We get clients who are like, we'll put in X amount right now, when we see the results come in, then we will scale it up.
Right.
We work hand in glove with you, we don't let your penny go waste.
Right.
But a certain industry require a few lakhs of investment a month, you need to do it. Like if you have a vision of getting there, you need to put in there. You cannot have a school of thought, okay, first I will see something come up and then I will put more. We do not choose to work with them.
Right.
At the same time, we don't tell you like, hey, you're going to put these lakhs and wait for 6 months and then we'll show you the result. That's also not what we do.
Sure.
We work hand in glove with you and every penny is accounted for.
Right.
But you need to put in money to see the results come in. That's what it is.
Absolutely. So yeah, you have to make the investment.
You have to make the investment.
Investment.
And that's the right word. We do not work with agency. We do not work with companies that treat it as an expense, but we want to work with companies who treat it as an investment. Investment does give you return. Digital marketing does give you return.
Sure.
It's just that you have to invest into it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we are. Yeah.
All right. Now, can you tell us about some of your clients that you worked with, some interesting experiences over the years?
Right. So a few of the brands to name that we have worked with, we work with a brand called Bikaner Wala.
Of course.
We work with them pan-India, and we also help them with their Dubai outlets.
Okay.
That's our one flagship client that we like to flaunt about.
Sure.
Apart from that, we work with a lot with real estate clients. In fact, we are just signing in Ramoji Film City also.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's where we are with them.
Right.
In real estate clients, our story started with this a company called as Omsri Builders and Developers.
Okay.
They started with an ad spend of mere 1 lakh a month, and at their peak they have spent close to 40 lakh rupees a month also with us now. That's because they see the results come in.
Sure.
And we have grown with the brand. The brand is phenomenal right now. When you look at the, I don't know what, north of Hyderabad or east of Hyderabad, whatever that is, Yapral area and Kompally area.
Right.
They are the kings out there.
Wow.
And they have also walked the journey with us. We have also been a part of their story. And we also used to work with F&B clients in the past, when we have worked with Ori's Group in the past. And a lot of other clients, but we are building our niche more into real estate now.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you've chosen or focus is more in the real estate segment? Is there a specific reason? Is there a strategy?
Yeah, solve a rich guy's problem and they make you rich. That's what it is, right? So, they are sitting on an inventory of 1,000 crores and 2,000 crores out there.
Right.
So for them, a few lakhs does not, every penny matters, but they are ready to invest that kind of money to see the results come in.
Sure.
Right. Versus F&B place, they open up a be it a restaurant or a club, they invest about a few crores in it, but their budget for marketing is very tight. So it's the same thing, solve a rich guy's problem, they're here to make you rich. So that's what it is. Yeah.
Right. What about the kind of clients you're looking for? I think one you've explained to me, of course, through our conversation, is you're looking for somebody who thinks of it as an investment and not an expense.
Yes.
Right. Can you tell me a little more about the kind of clients you seek out or you would want to serve through Digital Mojo?
So we are we have got 2 or 3 micro niches out here. One of the niche is into real estate,
right?
Because they have borrowed money on high interest rates,
right?
And they need their flats to be sold, and we come into action to help them sell the flats. So the need is more over here. Even when the market is bleeding, a digital marketing agency, it's an opportunity for us because you would need more of marketing. At the end of it, you would make money when you sell your flats, or when you sell your products out there.
Absolutely.
Marketing always is needed. And one of the most beautiful case studies that we have had is again with Omsri Builders and Developers, wherein the whole of market during COVID, okay,
it came to a standstill.
It came to a standstill.
Right.
And Omsri Builders, they doubled their ad spends with us. Right?
Wow.
Now a cost per lead that would cost us about 600 or 500 for back in the day, we were able to give them a cost per lead at 80 rupees. Now why is that happening? Because everybody's sitting on the laptop at home or their phone the whole day.
Right.
And whatever the site visits that they were doing, they were happening virtually. So you see a opportunity or you see a problem. It depends on you. They saw an opportunity.
That's actually very smart and very brave. That's very true, right? Yes. Though it's come to a standstill, people are still connected
on the
through the net, right? And you. Right. It's a very smart move, actually.
And they had a few people in there. It was a model house, so they had people staying over there. And anybody who wanted a site visit, ghar ke andar, they would just show the model house, and they made sales also out of it. They did. So
amazing.
Yeah.
So it is a great market to for digital marketers as well. The real estate market.
Right. Real estate is one segment that we focus on.
Sure.
Apart from that, we've got clients in healthcare. We have got clients like a Ramoji, who's pretty big,
of course,
and so there are a few clients who just need branding. So our exercises are divided into 2.
Okay.
One is the performance side of it, and the other is the branding side of it.
Okay. So when it comes to performance side, what do you take care of? Can you explain a little bit more, a bit in detail?
We do lead generation.
Okay.
So if anybody wants, be it an IVF center, be it a real estate, or be it an education establishment like a school or a college.
Okay.
We build a complete system around this.
Okay.
It's just not about running ads, but building a complete ecosystem around it. Starts from tofu, mofu, and bofu, which is the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel.
Okay.
We do a lot of integrations in this, and we generate leads for you. Now it's your telecalling team, that takes up, and they start getting closures from there.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that is performance.
That's performance.
Performance marketing. So helping generating leads for all of these organizations. That's one part of it that you take care of. What is the other bit, which is the branding?
Branding exercise.
Okay.
So a lot of branding is underestimated. For SMEs.
Okay.
They need to come with a school of thought, brand is important. Obviously you don't have billions of dollars to be like a Nike or a Louis Vuitton out there or a Adidas out there, but in your micro niche you can still create a brand.
Sure.
There are many exercises in the digital realm that can be done. You don't need to be not everybody needs to know about you, but your customer persona, who you are targeting, they need to know about you, and brand is very important out there.
Of course.
So that part is taken care by our branding team.
Tell us a little bit about digital marketing. What are the concepts or what skills should a good digital marketer possess? What are the subjects that one must learn? What does it cover?
Right.
If you can talk a little bit about that.
Sure, but to start with, first, digital marketing is a big jargon word out there.
Sure.
There's so much into it, and it's by a subject by itself, like we like.
Absolutely,
said, right?
it's a subject by itself.
Just a step back. It's first about marketing. All right. So traditionally, just to see how the market has changed right now. All right. Say you're driving your car. All right. You park your car on the signal. Right. What's the first thing that you do at the signal? You take your phone and you check your WhatsApp or you check on your Insta. Right. And a person out there is spending a few lakh rupees a month just to have a hoarding out there. And what are you doing over here? The moment you park your car at the signal, you're looking at your phone. So marketing was still happening. I'm not telling traditional is bad over there. It's also needed maybe, but market dynamics are changing into digital realm over here, right?
Big time.
Big time. Second case study, let's look at it, right? You're watching something on television, right? You're watching probably Friends out there or like a Suits out there.
Sure.
And there's a break, right? The person is spending a few lakh rupees on that advertisement out there.
Sure.
And what are you doing? Either you're taking a remote and changing the channel,
yes,
or it's a break, let me check my phone.
Sure.
So market dynamics have changed that everybody is glued to their phone right now.
Absolutely.
So that's where digital marketing has come into play. Traditional marketing person is spending a few lakh rupees on the advertisement on the television. A few of them are spending on hoardings out there, but the eyeballs are completely on the phone right now.
Actually, someone like me would now not even watch television. I'll watch Friends on Netflix.
Netflix, right?
Right. So
yeah.
it's all there in my phone.
It's all there on your phone, right? And even if you're watching your Netflix, even on your phone, and there's a break in between, and there's an ad that's coming out there, you're still going back to your phone. Insta or your WhatsApp out there, right? So market dynamics are completely going into the social media platforms,
sure,
right? Now within the realm of digital marketing, what kind of jobs are available out there,
yes,
right? That's what we want to get into.
Sure.
So let's break this down into segment by segment,
okay,
and let's break it down. What skills do you need for them?
Sure.
Right. So let's start with something called as SEO. Okay. SEO is search engine optimization, right? Or let me pick up the other one first. Let's pick up the social media marketing first.
Okay.
Social media marketing is you need to be a brand manager out there who's going to be talking with the clients. So the skills that you need are excellent communication. Okay.
Sure.
Second thing is it comes more that when we hire over here, we look at three things: skill, knowledge, and attitude. Okay, these are the three things we focus on.
Right.
For a social media marketer, we also look at how caring this person is. Because for us, when we take a client on board, आप किसी का बच्चा ले रहे हो अपने गोद में.
Absolutely.
Like how your parents treated you, or how I treat my kids, or how my parents treated me. We take care, we nurture our kids.
Right.
So over here, you have to nurture the client's brand out there.
Right.
So that is the skill that is required out there.
The brand becomes your baby.
Brand becomes your baby.
Sure.
Yes, that's what it is, right? So that's primarily what we look at in a person when it comes to social media. We prefer people from mass communication background because they understand communication out there.
Right.
Because they are going to be the ones who are going to be working on the client's brand and the brand's communication.
Right.
So if you are into mass comm, then this is the field for you: social media and brand management.
Right.
And in advertising and branding, that's where it comes from.
So you're communicating through social media platforms, through different social media
Yes.
platforms about the brand to people.
To people.
And you're putting out a message to them.
Yes.
And that is how you're building the
That is how building a brand.
Brilliant.
So that comes from the account manager and the social media manager perspective,
Sure.
right? Second thing, what we look at is performance marketing. And now again, this is broken down into two: Google Ads and Meta Ads. Okay, you need to do courses around this to learn it.
Okay.
But the basic skills that are required into this, when we are hiring, we look at mental math of a person. That's needed. Like every interview that I take, I need a person who's sharp with mathematics.
Okay.
You know, you have to have numbers in your head. Like we throw questions at the interview, like, you know, okay, tell me what is 15% of 300. That's a simple math, you know, 45. But you need to be in your, you need to be there that you're able to do mental math. This is for performance marketing.
Okay.
Basic, like, you know, okay, you ran a campaign for the client. What is the ROS that you got there? There should always be a mental math out there. You know, I know there's calculator, there Excel sheets and all of it, but you need to have the mental math strong out there. So that's one thing that we look at it. Second thing is you need to be great in Excel, Microsoft Excel, like, you know, when it comes to performance marketing. That helps you get there.
Okay.
Again, it's further divided into Meta Ads and Google Ads.
Right.
You can become an expert in both of it, like, you know, but that comes with years of experience. But initially, what happens, like when we are, you know, hiring people, we don't even look at a person who's applied for the role of a digital marketing executive.
Okay.
They know a little bit of SEO, they know a little bit of performance, they know a little bit of social media. You're a jack of all and master of none. So that will only come with years and years and years of experience.
Okay.
Right? Initially, I would recommend people to choose one niche and focus on that and grow into it, write a story in it, and then, you know, if you further want to explore, then get into the other verticals of digital marketing.
Sure.
So that's where performance marketing and social media is what we covered.
Right.
Third one is SEO, search engine optimization. Now for search engine optimization, you need to be good at analysis, you need to be good at understanding the website. You know, you also, they're going to UI UX is a piece of it. It comes with on-page optimization, off-page optimization. Now this is not much of a client-facing role. It is a little slow-paced compared to social media. In social media, you have to be on your toes because you're taking the brand out to the client on a daily basis.
Right.
SEO is more of a back-end work. So somebody who is you know, good with analysis is the person who can get into this, and who is, like, you know, we see people who are not very you know, pro talking to people. They don't have to interact with the brand, you know, POC on a day-to-day basis.
Sure.
So that's where the SEO role comes into play. Yeah.
Brilliant. So we've discussed the kind of skills that one must have for performance marketing, for as a brand manager, and for search engine optimization.
Yes.
Now, can we talk a little bit about, okay, so when we say performance marketing, what should one learn? What is it all about? What does one do?
So performance marketing primarily, again, depends on the business and, you know, depends on the client.
Sure.
But it's divided primarily in the current market where it is primarily into Meta, which combines of Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And WhatsApp now.
Sure.
That's one segment. The other one is Google.
Okay.
Now in Google, it comes to, like, when performance marketing, it comes around search campaigns, display campaigns, and YouTube and demand gen campaigns. There are 4-5 campaigns which are, like, you know, significantly split. Yeah.
Okay. And what exactly are we doing in these? So we're running a campaign. So what is there a process that is involved? What exactly are we doing? What work are we doing, and what outcome are we trying to generate?
So it again depends on business to business. You can do either lead generation. So let's take a case study of you know, a healthcare brand or a real estate brand. Okay. When it comes to Google, we have to run search engine marketing for them. We have to do the search engine marketing for them, wherein we run search engine campaigns.
Okay.
Now, say a person is going and researching, say, like 3 BHK flats in Kondapur. Okay. What you need to do as a performance marketer is make sure that you're ranking on top in the sponsored ads. Now, as a performance marketer, you know, the client is going to spend the money on Google ads, but you optimize the ads for the client and make sure the communication is going out correct over there in the performance, that the person clicks on your ad and fills in the form. Once a person has filled on the form and hit the submit button, the lead goes via there's an automatic flow right now, wherein the lead goes into the client CRM using the backend tools, and the client would take the call, you know, their telecalling team takes the call, picks up, hey, you know, you showed interest on our ad.
Right.
You know, what are you looking at? So that's one segment of it, which is B2B, which is, you know, lead generation for real estate.
Right.
There could be B2B for clients. There could be e-commerce. E-commerce is a great game out there. The D2C brands that are in India, when you're a performance marketer with them, like, they give you a budget of like 5 lakh, 7 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh a month, or even higher.
Right.
And you need to get them sales on a daily basis.
Right. So the brand gets noticed on these online platforms. So how do you, so in order to generate leads?
Performance marketing is not about just getting noticed. As the word says performance,
Right.
you have to make the money. Performance marketing is all about making money for the client.
Right.
The branding piece of it is, which is also important, is about like, getting knowns and getting eyeballs on your brand.
Right.
Performance marketing is about making them money.
Right. Making them money by making on these search pages, you get them noticed.
So there are two kinds of things.
Okay.
One is push marketing, the other is pull marketing.
Okay.
One is, the intent of a person is high, that they go and search for a solution on Google.
Right.
Okay. Or now ChatGPT.
Of course.
Right. So we have to be present over there when they are looking out for us.
Okay.
The second thing is push marketing. What I spoke about was pull marketing. This is push marketing.
Right.
Wherein a person, it's a lifestyle brand. You don't need something today, but that comes with Meta, be it Facebook or Instagram, wherein like you're showing your ads to people. Hey, are you interested? Click over here. So they're not looking for you, but you're still showing the ad to them, and we generate a lead from there.
Okay.
So the difference is the intent is high on Google because a person is looking for you.
Right.
Over here, you're taking your brand out to people and you are reaching out to them and you're showing them this is who we are. Please buy us.
Right. So one thing I've always been very curious about is, we search for something, or you go and you search for something, and the next thing you see ads all related to that particular product.
Yes.
That you're looking for.
Yes.
Whether it is on Instagram or any other social media platform that you see ads related to that.
Yes.
And like it's as if intuitively they know, they know what you're looking for.
Absolutely, they do.
And is this all a result of?
This is what we do.
Right.
So it comes from, this is a little technical.
Sure.
I won't get much technical into it just for, the interest.
Right.
It's called as a Facebook pixel.
Okay.
Google also has it, AdRoll also has it. All these online channels, they have something called as a pixel code.
Right.
This pixel code is placed into the tag manager of your website.
Okay.
Now this captures the audience on your phone and everywhere that you go.
Okay.
And once you have the pixel captures you, it starts remarketing for you.
Okay.
So if and then the way Meta and Google work, they have your interest buckets. So like you went on to Aparna Constructions today and you saw a flat over there on their landing page, right? The pixel has picked you up. Now it will start showing you Godrej, it will start showing you My Home, it will start showing you the other brands.
Right.
It will also show you Aparna because you've just visited on their landing page.
Right.
So that's remarketing, that's one part of it. The other part of it, it knows that you're into real estate now, you're looking at buying a flat, it will give you a buffet of the other ones.
All right.
Yeah, so it's the code that does the trick for you. Yeah.
So all of this comes under performance marketing.
All of this comes under performance marketing.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes. So this is performance marketing.
This is performance marketing.
Of course, we've discussed social branding, where we are
the social
communicating
media
about
piece of it. Yes.
And then we have search engine optimization.
Search engine optimization.
So can you tell us about that? So once one gets into, let's say, performance marketing, so there are a couple of things that one needs to learn in order to get to generate leads, basically, to get it noticed for
get
people.
Leads, get sales, both of it. Yes.
Right. So that comes under performance marketing. Then we have social media marketing, and then now we have search engine optimization. So what is this? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Search engine optimization is wherein you rank on Google. If you Google digital marketing agencies in Hyderabad, in local SEO, local search engine optimization, we rank among the top 3 in Hyderabad. Now it was a lot of hard work that came in from our end, but we see the results come in because of that. We don't have to spend a penny in getting when we are doing the performance marketing, when we are running ads, we have to spend money to get leads.
Right.
When it comes to SEO, you do not have to spend money. It's organic.
Okay.
You're getting a lead organically up there.
Right.
So there are 3,100 agencies in Hyderabad, small and big.
Right.
Out of that, we worked quite a bit for it.
Of course.
If you most of the areas in Hyderabad, when you Google digital marketing agencies in Hyderabad, we are mostly in the top 3.
How do you think I got?
That's how you came to us, right? Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah,
Google.
it is right there. Google.
Right.
So we worked on it to get us out there,
Right.
and the role of an SEO is to do that.
Okay.
Get us, one is you got us on the local SEO, and then if it's a national brand out there, then you have to, the SEO is split into two: local SEO and full stack SEO.
Okay.
Wherein your website has to rank among the, nobody's going on the second page of Google today.
Yeah.
Right. Google to theek hai, that's one, but Google, I wouldn't say Google is dying because they're also getting AI driven now.
Sure.
But ChatGPT, at least for the moment, has taken a dent on Google searches.
Yeah.
So we, in fact, if you ask,
Especially with Gen Z.
Yes.
I was looking for something on Google the other day, and my cousin says, "Why are you looking for it on Google? You can do this with the help of ChatGPT." And she gave me, it was much more helpful. So yeah, I completely agree.
I don't know if it's only with Gen Z. I'm not a Gen Z, of course, but there's a joke in my office that I talk to ChatGPT more than I talk to my wife. So that's where it is.
True.
We have even worked wherein if you ask ChatGPT top 10 digital marketing agencies in Hyderabad, it ranks us among 3 or 4 in ChatGPT also. Right. So that's a part of the search engine. So search engine is only not about Google. It's about search is everywhere now. You go on Amazon, you're searching for a product.
Right.
You go on a Zomato, you're searching for a product. Yes. Whatever dish that you want to have, and it'll recommend you.
Sure.
So Google is one piece of it. ChatGPT is what it is. Amazon is what it is.
Right.
Be it a Zomato, be it any search engine. Like Instagram is becoming a search engine now. Pinterest is a search engine out there.
Right.
So there are multiple channels out there wherein you have to. There's something called as within search engine, there's ASO, App Store Optimization.
Okay.
So wherein you have to go and search within an app,
Right.
We were discussing about this prompt, the prompter. You go and search on it on an app store, and whichever the app is ranking on top out there, you would download that app.
Sure.
So that also requires a search engine which is within the app.
Right. So SEO, you don't have to input money into it in order to for it to be shown. It happens automatically.
Organically.
It happens organically. So what does somebody who's into SEO, what does their work entail? So does it require them to find ways to bring it to the top?
Yes.
That is what SEO mainly
Yes, so SEO is divided into two. One is the on-page optimization, the other is the off-page optimization. Right. And in the on-page optimization, you need to do a few things on the website. For what happens is Google crawler comes onto your website every few days. Okay. That's how Google ranks on the top. Right. Wherein the Google crawler would come to your website, it will look at your website. Hey, is there any new content updated over there? Is it as per the guidelines of for Google, content is king, and as long as you are adding value in your content and it's relevant to the audience, Google will start pushing your website on top. Right? So that it requires certain technical SEO that is taken care by the technical team and the SEO person, hand in glove.
Okay.
All right, and there are a lot of plugins. If you have your website on WordPress now, there's Yoast SEO plugin that you can use.
Okay.
Just plug into that, it'll give you everything in red, orange and green.
Okay.
If something is in red, it'll give you the recommendation what needs to be done over there. It'll turn into orange, and then eventually you optimize it and turns into green. So there are visual directions given to you on it, and it helps you the on-page piece of it.
Brilliant.
The more deeper you go into the subject, you can there's a big piece of it which I missed out is analytics. That is the most important thing. Okay, you're doing your performance, you're doing your social media, you're doing your SEO.
Right.
School mein when we used to study the whole year, final we give our exams and we get a report card.
Right.
That was the most scary day for us.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
So that is what analytics is all about. Hey, listen, you know what? These many people came on your website. Right. The bounce off rate. They stayed on your website for good 8 seconds and they went away, or they stayed on your website for 45 seconds, or they stayed on your website for 3 minutes.
Right.
Now, if you're marketing for yourself, where did this person come from? Did he come from Hyderabad? Did he come from Mumbai? We work with clients in the US.
Sure.
Which state has the client come from in the US, right? So that will help us optimize our marketing efforts.
Brilliant.
So it's like your report card we used to get back in the school.
How has this marketing landscape changed over the past few years?
So the marketing, we discussed earlier, marketing has always been marketing.
Right.
Previously they would do it in traditional ways, now it's gone digital.
Right.
In the realm of digital,
right.
Things have there have been social media channels that have come and gone. I don't know if you were born then or you were in your school days. There's something called as Orkut. Okay.
Yes.
So Orkut was big thing back in the day.
It was quite
right.
Yeah.
So marketing was still there.
This
on
was
our bit.
before Facebook.
This is before Facebook.
Right.
And when I was in the US, there was this site called as MySpace.
Yes.
Right? MySpace was valued huge.
Right.
There were times like, people would run ads on Yahoo.
Yes.
There was a time wherein Yahoo was going to acquire Google.
Yes.
Right? And the dynamics changed. Like Yahoo is nowhere to be seen now.
Right.
Orkut vanished.
Right.
MySpace shut down.
Right.
Right. Facebook had to buy Instagram. Right. And Facebook has been very smart about it, obviously. So
of course.
the channels keep changing.
Right.
There's something like if you look at it, Google did great with Gmail, but they could not crack into. They also came at Google Circles. I don't know if you know about it.
Yes,
they tried to copy Facebook.
Sure.
So the channels will keep changing over time. There's going to be a peak for some channel. Like in Indian market, there was Koo which had come up, which is direct competitor to Twitter. Government was posting everything on Twitter or on Koo instead of Twitter.
Yes.
Like 4 months back they shut down because they could not sustain.
Right.
So the channels will keep changing and we have to be on our toes to learn about new channels and all of it. Right. That's the trends of digital marketing that keep changing over time.
Right.
So that's where we are. As of today, what the trends are is, again, like Facebook, a lot of people say it's dead. No, it's not. The older generation still is on Facebook.
Yes, of course.
When we run ads on, Meta, which is a combination of Facebook and Instagram, I would say it's 50-50 still date. People
Really?
think that it's only Instagram, which is what it is, because there is a lot of meat in Facebook also till now.
Okay.
Right? So that's where we are. Facebook, Instagram, again, Google is evergreen the way it is.
Sure.
And again, depends on the niches and industry. There is Snapchat out there for Gen Z, and then there is TikTok for the US market, which is booming right now. But yeah, these are the primary channels which are there. For research work, Pinterest is great.
Okay.
And yeah, these are the social media channels primarily. Again, all for professionals, it is
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, they have been adapting into content which is completely video driven right now.
Okay.
So LinkedIn was a professional network wherein you just give your gyan on the post.
Sure.
LinkedIn algorithm in the last 6 months has changed completely towards video. The more videos you put in over there, because video is the future. Right. Like posts and all that stuff. People with the new the Gen Z, people don't have patience today.
True.
People want a fix now, like a Blinkit is now.
Right.
Everything is now. So content like what we were also discussing for thing.
Sure.
30 seconds, a good 3-minute video wherein you communicate. A person can forward it and read it and just done.
Right.
So instant is where the future is, and that's where short form of content. YouTube evolved with YouTube Shorts.
Right.
And they're doing fantastic out there.
Sure.
And for tech savvy, it is Twitter, which is X right now. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So these are the ones which are prominent
right
and
now.
popular,
Yes, popular.
and major channels for
Yes,
marketing.
major channels. Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
With this digital revolution that has happened, what is happening in the in the job market when it comes to digital marketing? Is there a boom in demand? Will it reach saturation? Where do you see it going?
I don't know, people say there is recession in the market. There are mass layoffs in the market.
Right.
There are corporates which are laying off also, right?
Sure.
As an organization, we are not very big right now. We are 55 people team. We are hiring another 30 people out here. It's a struggle to find the right people. I think, there are so many jobs, at least 30 jobs with us right now, and we are aiming to be another 150, 200 people company in the next 1-2 years.
Sure.
That's what our vision is. Finding talent is difficult. There's so many opportunities out here. The problem is, finding the right talent.
Okay.
There are so many opportunities out there. There are many other agencies in Hyderabad which are good. Hyderabad, Bombay, metros and all of it. Even tier 2 cities, we have forums that we connect on. Finding the right talent is difficult. It's just that, there are so many people who out there for a job.
Not skilled enough?
Not skilled enough. That is what I was coming to. The word is skill. People just, go to institutes, they learn basics and, they don't invest in one is the right institute, second is they don't invest in themselves. Finding the right talent is difficult. It is difficult.
Right. So as you mentioned that it's difficult because they're not investing either in the right institute or in themselves.
I mean, more than the institute, invest in yourself. You be it any institute that you go to, they also have to run the business,
Sure.
right? They'll give you 1 hour, 2 hour, or a 3-month course, 1 hour, 2 hour a day, or maybe you want to do a full-fledged course where it's like 6 hour a day thing.
Right.
But you need to come back and you need to go back to your drawing board. You need to build personas of clients. You need to get invested into it. You need to do a few internships, to just develop one skill, either be into performance or be into social media or be into SEO or be into content or be into analytics. Pick one, go deep.
Right.
There is gold mine out there. Right, people we are looking out for the right talent out there. We are not able to find the best of talent. Out of I don't know, we have in our hiring process when we post on Indeed or LinkedIn, we have prerequisite questions. Right. For every 100 applications, 60 get rejected right there. Okay. And out of 60, maybe 70 also get rejected out there. Right. Then out of the remaining 30, we have first telephonic round with just the HR. We have got a pre-set of questions out there. A few get filtered out over there.
Right.
All right. And then we have, when a person walks into the office, we have an aptitude test for them.
Okay.
Right. Once they clear that, then the team takes the interview. And if they clear that, then the third round comes to me.
Right.
And I missed one more point. Right. If it's a person who's applied for a social media, even before they come down for an interview and they're shortlisted, we send them a tech round to do at home. If it's for branding, we make them do a few exercises. Be it a graphic designer, we give them a technical round to do.
Right.
So we have 4 levels over here.
Okay.
And even then, when they come down for an interview, we have a few questions that they at times do not match. So it's a difficult thing to find the right talent.
Right.
But people tell, okay, market is bleeding. There are no jobs. There are enough number of jobs for you to get it out there.
It's just that, are you skilled? Is one skilled enough to get that particular job?
Yes, and just to add to it, with the market dynamics changing so quickly,
right.
Even if you're a performance marketer or you're social marketer or anything, you have to be AI enabled today.
Right.
Period.
Of course.
AI is what it is. It'll do the job for you. We were discussing about performance marketing.
Sure.
Meta's algorithm is taking over in such a way wherein they will decide the audience for you. They will run the ads for you. Just pay them and have some common sense, right? Of doing the right thing with your creative and all of it. So you don't need to get into the technicals of performance marketing, at least when it comes to Meta.
Right.
And they are almost stable, 70%, another 30%, 6 months they will take it over.
Wow.
So you will still have the audiencing and all of it to do, but the platform is there for you. The platform is give me the money, you want this, I'll give you the result. You need to be a person to get it done from the platform.
Wow. So that actually makes one's job easier.
Easier.
Right? But still there is a lack of skill.
There's a lot of skill. Skill and common sense, still 2 things.
Right. I want to know, Dhiraj, are there good coaching institutes, any that you recommend where one can learn about digital marketing?
So just for the basic 101, I know a couple of institutes in Hyderabad.
Sure.
Not that we are affiliated with them. Okay. One is Digital Nest.
Okay.
The other one is Digital Floats.
Okay.
These are the 2 ones that I've heard of, and then there are plenty, dime dozen of them,
right.
In Ameerpet and a few other places.
Right.
Any of these institutes, again, they have to run their shop. They're not going to make you a pro in it.
Sure.
You will just learn the basics of what it is.
The very basics.
Yeah, the basics.
Sure.
That's what they do.
Okay.
So post that, you need to one is hustle by yourself, or do whatever you're doing, and then it's on job training that you can probably do a few internships,
right.
Go ask the right questions, and it's on you then, how you even say for graphic designing, right? There are we, when it comes to graphic designing, we look at a person in social media, we look at a person who's done their mass communication. In graphic designing, we look at a person who's done their BFA, Bachelor's in Fine Arts and Applied Arts.
Right.
For motion graphic, we look at a person who's from Arena or a few other institute and all of it, right? Now, we don't mind hiring freshers. It's a good, to give them a jump start. But when we ask them, hey, show me your portfolio, they're no, I've not worked anywhere. Fair enough, the client did not give you any work. You can go copy, the creative out there. Do something for yourself. Sit on your laptop. Show me your work out there.
Sure.
This is what I'm capable of doing.
Right.
Have a disclaimer on it, this is a mark, which is okay. Nobody's coming and suing you out there, right?
Right.
So,
but you want to see their work.
See their work, right? Portfolio, and you need to invest on yourself.
Absolutely.
You need to do something by yourself. You need to hustle out there.
Right.
Hustle is the word, they don't hustle by themselves. So that's what it is.
Yeah. I think that is something especially youngsters
youngsters need to do, right?
Is hustle,
build a portfolio.
Build your skills.
Yes.
Right. I've also come across a couple of other courses, there are courses, I think Indian School of Business is offering a course on digital marketing, and then there are a couple of other online courses also.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think of these courses? They are still very basic, at a very basic level. They teach you the
Like
the very basic.
I did it from IIMs, like I did the branding and
Of
marketing
course.
course out there. They are good, like the courses are good, but they're still theory. Like you
Right.
might learn a few case studies, of a few projects that have worked out for the market.
Sure.
But the real hustle comes in when you're in the market and you're doing it by yourself, right?
Okay.
So yes, they do help. Like ISB has a good course in it.
Right.
I don't know, like the amount of money that you put in these courses
Exactly,
is I've heard people like who've done it from a few other reputed institutes and all of it.
Right.
But it, again, you could still do it from a damn Ameerpet University thing, and you put your hustle into it, you'd still be better than what you have learned from an ISB. All respect to ISB, they have a good curriculum, they
Sure.
teach you really well.
Sure.
You do it from there and you put your hustle, you'd be great.
Right.
You go to any top-notch university, but you don't they'll still teach you theory. They might give you a few projects which are like so-called internships or whatever the term that they use.
Right.
But again, depends on the meat that you put into it.
Absolutely. So it's more about on-the-job practical learning that you get from hustle.
Yes.
So you learn your theoretical concepts,
Yes.
but when it comes to, you have to do a couple of internships,
Yes.
work with people,
Work with people.
you know,
Work as a
on
freelancer
yourself,
initially,
on the
like,
field,
yeah.
and
Instead
that
of
is how
putting instead of putting a couple of lakh rupees on your course, put a few thousands and run ads by yourself. You would learn out there.
Right.
People are scared to put their credit card out and running ads out there.
Right.
And they really do, just because there's a secured environment out there that you're learning something, you would pay a few thousands or lakhs out there.
lakhs out there, right.
YouTube has everything today,
Sure.
for free. Just
Absolutely.
learn, do it. When you do it, is where you learn.
Right.
That's
So
what it is.
hustle is the word.
Hustle is the word. Yeah.
Brilliant.
People don't feel comfortable putting $20 a day, $20 a day, or even like $1 a day just to run ads and see where the results are coming.
Right.
But they would go into an institute, learn the theoretical, do a small project for them, which is a mock project, and they come into the portfolio, it's okay, do it. That's where the game is. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Another question that I wanted to ask you is, you've spoken about AI and how it's again revolutionizing AI and automation.
Yes.
And like the algorithm by Meta.
Yeah.
It does 70% of the work.
Right.
So of course that is definitely making one's job easier, but does it also put people's job in precarious positions? Because if automation and AI is doing all of the work, then why invest? So a job is again a cost to company, so they can easily become remove those jobs. And is that a threat to the job market?
Things change, positions change. AI is going to be like electricity. What is today? AI is that for us now, right? You will need it in every walk of your life. Period. Right. Yesterday I was driving my car, and there was some orange indication on it. Right. I could go to a mechanic because I was worried about it, and then just learned that ChatGPT had launched video.
Right.
I just opened my ChatGPT and I marked the video on it, and I asked it, hey GPT, I'm seeing this orange light, what it is? And it told me that's for your tire pressure, go get your air filled.
Wow.
And I'm done in a minute. I didn't have to go to a mechanic because I was worried, what is this orange indicator about that I didn't know about.
Right.
So AI is taking us to that direction now. Right. So you need to be AI enabled. Yes, content writing jobs are going. You have to be AI driven over there. There'll be new jobs within the realm of AI that will come for you.
Right. So on the one hand, if it is taking away the there are jobs which are becoming obsolete and which are going out, there will also be new opportunities for people to explore. So you just have to follow the trend. And keep learning.
It's not even a trend, Abhinav. AI is here to stay forever now. It is like roti kapda makan AI.
Right.
So you that is going to be a part of your life.
Sure.
You own it and you start working towards it, because I have had copywriters, very senior copywriter who we had to let go some time back because he was not adapting to AI. He's gonna take like 4 hours to come up with a copy. I'm like, great idea. You come up with a copy, put it in GPT, ask it to give you 10 different variations, and then play with it.
Right.
So you have to make it different. And certain people are so resistant about it. कि नहीं यार, AI अलग है, हमारा दिमाग अलग है.
Right.
It is. You have to mix both of the two. Your brain is needed, but you cannot do it without an AI.
It makes your job much easier, actually.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that is another thing, very important thing.
That is
to
like
work with AI.
Work with AI
Right.
today. Like if it's if you are anti-AI, your history today.
Right.
Yeah.
Dhiraj, one important factor while considering any profession that one needs to think about or one usually thinks about is money.
Right.
Right. So this segment is what I call Money Matters, where we're trying to understand how can one generate revenue, make income from a particular profession, right? So I want to know, how can one make money as a digital marketer? What are the different ways in which one can earn revenue, generate income for oneself as a digital marketer? Can you throw some light on that?
So there are multiple avenues in digital marketing that you can make money. One is to a job.
Right.
That's a full-time money for you.
Right.
And second is freelancing. Freelancing is good at the initial stage of your career, just to do a side hustle and you make a buck or two out of it.
Okay.
But the good thing about freelancing is you get to learn about different verticals that you're freelancing with.
Sure.
So it's more than making money. It is for getting exposure. But there's easy money in it, when you're doing a side hustle with a full-time job.
Right. How does one freelance? What freelance work can one do? What kind of jobs can one do?
Social media, performance marketing. You can run Google ads for somebody. You can do video editing for somebody. You can do social media for somebody. You can do content writing for somebody.
Right.
So that's the freelancing stuff, right?
Okay.
That's what it is.
Right.
And there's sites that you can go and get freelancing work from. There's Fiverr.com. There's Upwork.com. There are many such smaller sites, but these are the two biggies in the industry, Fiverr and Upwork.
Right.
So you can become a full-time freelancer also over there.
Sure.
And the third thing is you can start an agency of your own.
Right.
So there are these three things that you could do too. Like we've had my old team members who started their own agency.
Okay.
And, it's good. Like they started on their own. So why not?
Sure. So let's say one can earn not much maybe as a freelancer. You said it's good for the beginning when you start out and you want to learn a little bit. So how much can one really earn? If you can give us a range, as a freelancer for X amount of work.
Again, depends on if you're catering, which geographical area are you catering, how much of expertise that you bring into it.
Sure.
It could run into a few thousands to a few tens of thousands. That's how it works, right?
Right.
That's where it is. Like as a freelancer, depending on which kind of client. Usually if you don't get, at least in Indian market I'm talking about, you do not get a high-paying client as a freelancer because a person who has high budgets. Or decent budgets or good budgets or is looking at a vision would want a whole team to work for them.
Right.
You want the whole force to be working with you instead of just one person out there.
Sure.
So that way, they would go to agencies, but the clients who just want some execution of stuff to be done. So probably 10,000, 20,000 is what you can get as a freelancer out there.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm talking about the Indian market. Yeah.
What about full-time jobs? How does it start? How much can one expect in the beginning, and as one grows? For the different roles, where can one earn more? Like of course you mentioned performance marketing, then there is brand management, and then there is of course SEO. So where is one likely to grow more, earn more? If you can talk about that.
There's money in all the three, honestly. It depends on it goes back to the skill that you have, right? We've had a team member join over here as an executive. We've had a growth of over 150% in a year appraisal.
Okay.
Right? 145% of appraisal.
Okay.
There have been, members who only get a 10 to 15% appraisal, right? So it again boils down again to your skill. Where you can make money is again depending on if it's a mass communication person who's doing the social media, there's growth out there. You start as a fresh year, your salary could be anything between 30, 35, 40K and whatever.
Okay.
And it goes upwards,
Right.
Depending on performance marketing also, you join as a, beginner, that's where it starts from. It could run into a few lakhs a month,
Wow.
Yeah. And as you grow further, your salary could be like about 4-5 lakh rupees a month or something like that, because you bring in that value, like
Right.
like in Hindi they say shakkar ganne mein se nikalti hai na.
Right.
So because you're making money for the client, you charge that client. The client is happy paying you,
Right.
and you're happy paying your team because all the value they bring in. So it runs in that direction. Like,
Right.
That's where it is.
Brilliant.
Like a good SEO person could draw anything between 2.5 to 3 lakhs, but they should know what they're doing over there.
Right.
And then they're juniors. Obviously, it's not a journey that you get overnight.
Right.
You have to walk the journey.
Gradually, over a period of
gradually
time,
over a period
you
of
can
time.
definitely make a good income. Brilliant. And what about people who own digital marketing agencies?
Again, like like I told you, there are 3,000 odd agencies in Hyderabad.
Sure.
There are like a few good ones, there are a few bigger ones than us. There are a lot of them that were smaller than us and all of it. But coming to numbers, like you would be able to charge a client a few lakhs a month in retention. That's because of the value that you bring into them.
Right.
And then as you scale up, like you build a team around it, and you divide your team into different verticals, and the POCs take care of the account, and then you go into the growth mode, like to grow your agency further.
Right.
And coming to revenues, it could run into like a few crores in a month.
Wow.
Eventually.
Sure.
And there is a top 1% of the performing marketing agencies in India are doing a revenue of anything between, like, say 4 to 5 CR a month, 3 to 4 to 5 CR a month is where it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So amazing lucrative opportunities
There is,
for the
yeah.
skill
For the
ones.
skill ones.
For the skill
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Brilliant. What about Digital Mojo? What kind of talent are you looking for, and whom are you looking to hire right now? You say you want about of course your LinkedIn page says that you're hiring,
Right.
and you want you're about 30 to 50 people right now you're looking to hire.
We are looking to hire at least, like in the next 3 months, we're looking to hire about like 30 of us right now.
Wow.
Is what we're looking at.
Amazing.
And then, like we are still chalking our way out for next year. We are aiming to be at least an 8x to 10x of where we are, like
Excellent. Right. So in all the three verticals, in performance marketing, SEO and brand management, you're looking for different job roles?
Different job roles.
Okay.
So
could you name a few, like suggest?
Name as in like social media. We are right now, like, we are hiring for the brand managers.
Okay.
That's our number one hiring.
Okay.
Number two hiring is performance marketers, always
Sure.
the need.
Right.
We're looking at BFAs in graphic designing who can create craft visuals. That's the third thing that we're looking at.
Awesome.
So we have openings in these three realms.
Right.
Just that we are hire slow, fire fast. Like we want to hire people like slowly, but we want to choose the best of the best. Like the way it is. Like
Right.
and we look at people hiring them for a long term.
Right.
We promise growth.
Sure.
Because at the end of it, like we believe in a philosophy of win-win-win.
Right.
Wherein like it's a win for the client because we make money for the client.
Right.
It has to be a win for the organization because that's what we are here for. I'm here to make money. Period. Right.
Right.
And I cannot make money without my team.
Sure.
A lot of times they're gonna get this question. You give trainings to your team. They will learn and they will go away. They'll start their own agency. Fair enough. Like the point is, if we don't teach them and they stay with you, what will happen?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
They become obsolete, right?
They become obsolete. Like we will become obsolete because
They become
of it.
obsolete, right? So it is important for them to be skilled,
Yeah.
for them to
For
grow,
them to grow.
for the
Right.
agency to
For
grow
the
as
agency
well.
to grow.
So Dhiraj, this next segment is called 10 on 10.
Okay.
So it's like a rapid fire round where I'm going to ask you some 10 questions.
Right.
And your answers have to be very, very quick.
Okay.
And let's see if you can answer all of these 10 questions.
Let's do it.
Are you up for the challenge?
Let's do it.
All right. The first question. The best thing about being a digital marketer is?
You're an entrepreneur.
Okay. If not digital marketing, which other career would you have chosen?
Sales.
Sales? Alright. Your greatest strength as a digital marketer?
It's a template where we understand. We are digital doctors over here. That's our
Right.
strength.
Okay. According to you, the three industries most ideal for digital marketing?
Real estate,
Okay.
healthcare,
Uh,
education.
okay.
These three.
Alright. And three most challenging industries to work in as a digital marketer?
I don't know about three, but F&B is something which is very difficult.
Your advice to anyone aspiring for a career in digital marketing?
Hustle, common sense, AI, make it happen.
Awesome. And according to you, a dream job in digital marketing would be?
It's buzzing right now. Become an AI agent.
Okay.
Like all the jobs that are happening right now, you could make a career as a AI agent.
Okay.
Building AI agents. That's one thing which is going to be hot paying.
All right.
That's one thing.
Right.
Second is always like a performance marketer and a brand manager.
Awesome. Why do you think it's a dream job? Whether it is performance marketer or brand agent or AI agent?
What's your question again? Why is it?
Yeah. What makes it a dream job?
I mean, again, it comes with what you want to do. Either you have knowledge of a product, then you go build a product.
Okay.
Working in MNC, you become lazy. Working as a digital marketer, you are helping businesses grow. Like if you go deep into it, it's so much great at a giving level, and you're making great money out of it. So that's what it is.
All right. What makes Digital Mojo one of the best digital marketing agencies out there?
One is, like you see in my office, NOW now. Right. We act on things. We are super fast with our execution.
Okay.
Right. We have failures, no shying away from it.
Sure.
But our intent is, that we want to make your business grow, and we give everything in our stride to make your business grow. Period. Yeah.
All right. Any 3 skills that a digital marketer must have in order to succeed?
Mental math.
Okay.
Right. You need math everywhere. Sure. Like 2 is AI. I've been repeating myself over here, but you need to be AI pro today.
All right.
And again, the third is the skill of whatever that you choose. If you're choosing social media, be great with your communication. Okay. The fourth and the most important that I missed earlier is business sense. Right. At the end of it, a person is coming to a digital marketing agency to grow their business.
Right.
You need to have business sense over here to understand how entrepreneurship and business works. So like our team also, like I used the term earlier, entrepreneurs, that's what you need to be. You need to take ownership over here.
Right.
You need to develop the skill. And if you have the business sense, like everything, like in my office, the philosophy is everything that you're doing, if you're typing a word, it has to make money for the client. Right. You're making a creative, it has to make money to the client.
Sure.
So that business sense needs to be there. You have that, you'll become a fantastic digital marketer.
Awesome.
Right. Apart from that, you develop the skills of performance marketing. You learn how to do Google ads, meta ads, creators, social media, algorithms, content marketing. You'll have to develop your skill into all of it. But with this, you need business sense with it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's the biggest skill. Yeah.
Right. That's 10 on 10?
That's 10 on 10.
All right. So Dhiraj, this segment, I call it Insights from the Expert, where I invite the expert to share something from their area of expertise, from their domain, which will, it can be information, it can be advice, or it sometimes can be trivia, anything that you would like to share which will help, which will help people, or which will help them get some good insights.
Right.
So over to you.
So I will split this into 2 things. One is tools that you need to be familiar with in today's day and age, right?
Okay.
One is as also as a career, we also discussed this earlier. Tools, ChatGPT that we talk about.
Right.
Everybody is using ChatGPT, but I see 9 out of 10 people still not use it the way it's to be used. So there's a course that you could do on prompt engineering.
Okay.
Right. That's one thing. Become a prompt engineer. It's great.
Okay.
That needs to be covered. Along with it, if it's for designing purpose, Canva has come up with AI now in it.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
That needs to be integrated. There's Runway ML, which is a fantastic tool to create videos. There is Sora, which is a fab tool that can be used. Okay. And apart from that, there is for your voiceover, there is 11 Labs, which is a great tool.
Awesome.
And there is HeyGen.ai, which is a great tool. Okay. So these are a few tools that you could focus on today. Now, these have excelled in where they are. They will be replaced tomorrow because there's always a better tomorrow coming, right? Google is working on a Gemini, which is a great tool. It is not as great as GPT today. We can have difference in opinion on it, but they will take it over someday. And that someday could be in the digital realm, with the way market is changing. 6 months is a decade over here.
Right.
Right, so in a conventional sense, what would happen in a decade is going to happen in 6 months over here.
Yeah.
So, what we are talking today could be obsolete 6 months later.
Right.
That's how rapidly this is changing in the market, right? This is one piece that I would want people to focus on.
Sure. We've discussed so much about digital marketing. I've learned so much, Dhiraj, about digital marketing. I want to know, having given more than 2 decades to digital marketing, having established this wonderful digital marketing agency, what is next for Dhiraj and what's next for Digital Mojo? Going ahead, what are your plans?
So we have divided this into 2 segments.
Okay.
One I'm going to talk about right now. One is still under the hood that we are working towards.
Sure.
But one goal, for Digital Mojo in the next, one short-term goal is in the next 3 months we are hiring 30 more team members.
Right.
That's very clear. In the next 2 years, we are aiming to be a 10x of where we are. The roadmap is set for that.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And I think some big changes coming up.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Dhiraj, this has been an extremely engaging, interesting and a very insightful conversation. Thank you so much for sharing all your insights with me.
Pleasure on my governor. Yeah.
And I'm sure all our viewers will really benefit from this conversation. It will help inspire them and help them explore new opportunities in the field of digital marketing.
Right.
Wishing you and your amazing team here at Digital Mojo all the very best.
Thank you so much, Avinav.
And I look forward to catching up with you again very soon.
Definitely, it will be great catching up with you too, and good luck, and we'll catch up again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.